You know me. I'm outside. Wait a minute, I gotta put this glove back on. And it has snowed, right? So there's snow. So I'm all bundled up because I need some answers, right? I need some answers this morning. Where am I going to get them? Except for listening to myself. So while I'm out here, oh, sorry guys. When I'm out here, I get to listen, right? I don't have a television I could turn on. I could turn on the radio on my phone if I chose to. But I definitely learned a long time ago for me that that's not the best look. That's not all. Some days the music inspires other parts of me to come out. Anyway, I'm out here. And what's told to me today, the subject of codependency came up. So what happened again was last night I wanted some snacks. Now, when it comes up for me, I know something is going on inside of me. So for a while I try to fight it, and then I give into it in order to not attach guilt to it. I just get curious about it. I get curious about what has me doing it. I did not fight my body on it. I want to get to the root cause of what's going on. So I ask those questions while I'm snacking on my salt and vinegar potato chips. Right? I did not get a big bag, but I did not get the smallest bag either. I got the next size up. So I'm like, girl, okay. We just going to go ahead and have this snickety snack. We're going to go ahead and have that. And then we're going to see why we want a snack. Like, come on, y'all know what is going on here. Okay, so when I woke up, codependency was the topic of the day. So then I'm looking at how in the world am I still codependent? Like, I don't have anybody around me. There is nothing. What is going on? Where are my codependencies? Where could they possibly still be hiding inside of me? Okay, what view has me wanting to be codependent? So we know that my husband's passed away. Or I'm sorry, I don't even like to say transitioned. And I'm like, am I codependent on him for anything? Well, what could I be? Because he ain't even here. Just because I look at his pictures or they come up in my phone from time to time, and I can smile. I don't feel like that's a codependency. I allow myself to smile because I'm feeling good about what I'm remembering. Because I've let go of so many of the hurtful things. And if the hurtful part resurfaces somewhere, I know what to do with that. So anyway, I'm like, no, I can't be codependent on any of my exes. But you know what? Sometimes it's not that you call on them to do something for you. Sometimes it's the stories you make up in your mind that you don't want to let go of. Are you making them out to be a monster? Are they the monster that's underneath your bed, the monster that's in your closet? Like, are they the monster that you need in your life for you to push down on them so that you can raise yourself up higher? Like, are you using anybody as that in any of your stories? So the other day, I could feel whenever I hear a certain name and I have a tinge of a reaction, that I have the awareness that I just had that reaction, right? So then I have to look at myself. Ayana, what is triggering you? What's triggering you about this person? This is something inside of you that needs to be addressed. So if I can't figure it out right then, I know that it will come up for me at some point because I'm asking me, right? And I'm asking me sincerely because I want to reflect, have this introspection so I can let go of whatever this is that's triggering me and then power, my personal power. Because that's all this is about, is me giving it away to whatever trigger is inside. And it really doesn't have to do with any person. That person is just doing what my soul needed them to do so that I could look at myself, right? So therefore, it's really kind of very easy for me to let go of. So I like to think of what someone else, what I perceive that someone else has done, right? Whatever their actions are, however I'm perceiving it. Look. 143. I love you from the universe, right? So, however I am, like right away, I'm able to let that stuff go. I really have been all my life. Never been a grudge holder, so I'd like to thought. There were some things that I could let go of very easily, but then there were some really deep hurts that I didn't even have an awareness of that has been coming up throughout this journey. So this journey has, if you're going through a healing journey, you're going through several deaths and rebirths, deaths and like little ones over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're wondering, when the fuck is it going to stop, right? Like, didn't I die enough times already? Like, I know we said a cat having 9 lives, but this chick right here, I done already died at least 9 times. At least. Way past that. I'm way past that with this death and rebirth process. Holy cow. So, you're constantly being renewed. And it feels like you're walking through the fire, but you are learning to walk through the fire. And you're learning to not depend on anybody else outside of you. So it's all this learning process, right? And you have to allow yourself to be, if you are being reborn, then you are being made new. And it's not like, ta-da, and your newness, you aren't brand new, that there aren't new things to learn. Well, you have to then be the novelist, right? You then have to understand that I'm like a baby in all of this. I'm like a baby until I go inside enough and receive the knowings that I need to know. And they're only going to come when you make room for them. When you allow yourself to let go, and when you learn to let go, because some of us don't know how. I know it was really, really hard for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then I started asking, what does let go mean? How do I let go? What do I have to let go of? In what ways do I have to let go? How is it freeing? How is it not conditional love? Like, I needed to transform so many things before I could even understand how to let go. And then trying to let go, that's when sometimes you build monsters, right? When you don't know how to let go. What was that? Oh, snow. When you don't know how to let go, the only way you have figured out is by pushing people away, making them a monster, and the whole time, you the best. They the ones that gotta go, because they are the monsters, and you're the best. Nobody has to be a monster, even if you have to go. You just have to go. It's what you have to do for yourself. Your soul is just telling you, come on, it's time for us to go this way. It's time for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to make anybody a monster. If you do at first, you have to be willing to let go of that story, right? If that allows you to let go some, then it served a purpose, right? It served a purpose in your life, but now it's time to face that monster that you made, right? You made that monster. It's an energetic monster. Can you let that go? Can you let go of making anybody, especially as an empath, right? As an empathic person, I just wanted to love everybody, right? I just love people. I haven't met me a stranger, and that's very true. It is true, but is it authentic? I don't have to give you something more than what I want to, right? I don't have to talk to you if I don't want to. I don't have to do anything. And that's for everybody. So you got to let go of these stories, right? And then the other thing was like, I was being confused so much by different experts. They can tell me, they can tell any of us, just like I can only say, what's good for me, what helped me. If anybody can glean any parts of what helps me, then great for them. Great for them. But it doesn't mean that my way is the way for anybody else. Because I'm the only person in this way. It's only me. So it's only my way for me, right? Okay. And that's what I have to realize for others. Like, they're just because they have, boy, guys, I'm telling you, trying to get out of this mind fuck is fucking hard. There's so many layers. They made sure these spider webs are, just feels like there's, the strength of them. So then you have to be just as strong, or stronger to get out of the spider webs. And I know that I am. Okay, so listening to others, reading a book, any of that stuff, all that stuff is just, I don't know. Is it fluff? Kinda, sorta, because really you have to go inside. And I go inside when I'm out here for sure. And I will start to try to make it a daily practice at home. And then there's times when I just feel overwhelmed. I then feel overwhelmed with it being so daily. And I feel like I then take a little retreat. And that's when I notice when I'm retreating is when I'm watching more tarot or I am watching more Netflix. But is that really I can allow myself that for now. Maybe that will change later. You know, I'll allow without criticizing. I'm just trying to, I don't have to analyze every goddamn thing. But that's what it feels like I'm doing. Like all this introspection just feels like I'm constantly analyzing myself. And with that being said, I've noticed that I'm one of those people who felt like I had to get a 100 on everything. And that's been since kindergarten. Like I had to have the E. If I saw a G would be okay. But my E's is what excited me. My 100s are what excited me. 90s, okay. But 100s excited me. A's, they were the things that I felt like I need to have. It was a need. Oh, that was that people-pleasing shit. That was that people-pleasing shit. Because I wanted to please my godmother. I wanted to show everybody this great report card. Yes, I was smart. But I had to, I had to make sure that I studied. So I had good study skills. I had to. But I also played a lot when I was little. So the learning of it always did drive me, but I definitely wanted to make these good grades so that other people could be proud of me. So I learned that straight from kindergarten. Yep. That's how I displayed it. Because guess what? That's how they set the system up, right? With these report cards, with all these tests you had to take, they trained us how to be codependent. They trained us from the start. So it's nothing for any of us to necessarily, for those who did not look for that type of, value outside of themselves, they ain't give a fuck about those grades. They ain't give a hoot about school, for real. It was fake and phony, and they kind of felt like they knew that they could make a life for themselves however they had to without it. And then there's some of us who are trapped into the mind game of, no, you gotta have all of this education, so they say. You're not going to thrive. You're not going to. We tell this person all these things they're not going to because we're important to the system, right? And guess what they show us? Oh, you got all that school loan debt? Oh, look at my beautiful place that I have. I ain't got to school at all. I figured out some other shit that you could not because you were so used to coloring in the lines over there. Here I am playing outside the box the whole entire time, having all the fun I want to, while you over there trying to figure out how to get everything perfectly right for other people. I'm over here having my fun. All the fun I want to have, my way. You keep on, okay? Woo! I grew up with a perfect example of that. My sister had all her fun her way. And if she got threatened with having her behind beat, she was like, okay, here go the belt. I done had my fun already. Here go the belt. You gonna beat me? Okay. Beat me then. Guess what? That beating ain't gonna last. That beating gonna last however long it lasts. But my fun I done already had. And I'm gonna keep on doing it that way. Because I'm gonna keep on having my fun. You're not gonna tell me how much fun I'm gonna be able to have. I'm gonna go do it. That girl, she was always that way. Always that way. She has rocked that part. For sure. For sure. So. Yes, going inside and getting the answers is the answer. And it is the one that's going to sit on your heart and tell you, yes, this is the truth of the answer that you're looking for. It's going to come with the knowing. You're just going to know. And it doesn't matter if you cannot fully explain how you know. Other people wonder, how do you know? How do you know? Because I know. How do you know? Oh, because somebody told you this and somebody told you that. Oh, no. Well, my soul told me. And people want to invalidate your soul. Go ahead. They're just not understanding because they're not in alignment with their soul. That's the only reason why anybody would invalidate you being in alignment with your soul. So, but once you're in alignment with your soul, you don't even give a hoot about who or what anybody else thinks about your alignment with your soul. It gives you more and more power to recall more and more power, right? Until all of your power has returned and you are moving from being authentically powered by yourself. Understanding, there go my girl, that everything you need is inside of you. And it's a process. And you can say it. You can say it and you can start to say it. It's kind of like a download as I see it, right? So I can start here at 0 and saying it becomes like how much more I believe it, until it goes back to 100 and then I know it. That's how it feels to me. Sometimes these knowings, sometimes they come in, boop, they just feel like they just come right on in. And other times they feel like they are downloading or integrating. But once I have it at 100, baby, it's at 100, baby. And it's groovy. Yes. So, what am I think I'm going to go ahead and listen to myself a little more. All right? See you guys. Let me see if these gloves turn this off.